You will need to kill your old self if you want to move to the next chapter of your life or revolve yourself into a new person you want to be. A while back, I was somebody else, and most people who knew me by a different name. People who knew me by the name Arthur the Vaccine, because that is the personality and the brand I'd given myself as a radio presenter, and I was speaking about something different. But like my journey has been over time, I wanted to transition to become another person in life. I wanted to become a new phase of myself. And in order to become the new person I wanted to become, I had to kill the old me, the person that people knew, the other guy that people knew. And that person was embodied into so many things. There was the way I used to dress, there was the way I used to get perceived, the subject matters I used to talk about. My social media, it looked in a certain way, in a certain manner. My behaviors were in a certain way. And for me to become the kind of person I wanted to become, or become the guy I want to become, I had to kill the old self and become a new personality. And this whole journey has taken a while. If you want to change from who you are, let's say in your physical outlook, to becoming a new person, you have to kill the old self and become this new person you want to become. The question is, why would you want to kill your old self and become something new? So, usually, in most cases, when you have a dream or you want to go somewhere, sometimes you cannot carry things to that new place that don't fit in the new place. I personally, I wanted to become a better version of myself. I wanted to speak to a different audience. I wanted to see myself and my life in a different aspect. And because of that, I had to let go of my old self. Now, there are different reasons as why you might have to let go of your old self. Maybe you're changing career and you have a certain way of doing things and you have to move into a certain way of doing things. Maybe you want to improve your life for the better and the old self is not the better version. You want to move to a new self which is a better version. There are quite a number of reasons, and whatever reason you have, and as long as you feel the conviction to kill your old self and become a new self, that's reason enough for you to change your new self. But most importantly, in most cases, changing for the better is always better than the old. Having understood that, now the question will be, how do I kill and move from my old self to my new self? I'm going to compare this so much to my story and how I've been able to move from my old self to this new self in these 2 years. Now, previously, I had the life I was living, and first of all, I didn't feel like this was the life I wanted to live. I felt like there was something more for me. But I didn't know the idea of what exactly was in stock for me, what was in that new world for me. What would this new being become? What would it exactly entail? What would I really become? And that unhappiness made me seek for help to see how I will take on the journey of becoming the new self. And there are quite a number of things I wanted to change. I had addictions that I was struggling with. I was struggling with finding love, finding meaningful relationships, finding the right friends, and so many other things. And of course, you don't wake up in one morning and say, okay, this is the end of the story. I'm going to move away from this kind of person to this kind of person. You don't wake up and say, yes, I've been looking like this. This has been my physical demeanor. This. There must be a process. There must be a journey you're going to take to become that new person. And I can assure you, killing your old self is not just a 1 week journey. It takes quite a number of years. It takes quite a number of steps. The main issue here I look at is, if you're determined and you're looking at that new version of yourself that you want to become and consistent about the journey, you will become that person you want to become. Will it become a bit easy? No, it won't. You won't transform in one morning and become the kind of person you want to become, in terms of career, in terms of health, relationships, and everything. But once you begin the journey and you know, I'm trying to kill my old self and become the new self, you'll have to take quite a number of steps and it will take you quite some time. And you also need to note that it's going to be a bit very hard to transform certain things and let go of certain things. One of the hardest things that was hard for me, that I felt so much pain, especially in the transformation journey, was letting go of my social media accounts, deleting them and saying, okay, they're gone for good. I believe when I was still in the media business, when I was still a radio presenter, I had about 140,000 followers. And despite the fact that I didn't know who these people were, they gave me a sense of belonging. They gave me a sense of pride. I felt like I could go and write something and people would comment and like and show me that love. Whether it was original, genuine or not, it kept me going somehow, somewhere. Plus, where I could find people to spend time with, hang with, and the rest. And as I was trying to let go of my social media accounts, deleting them, I would delete it today and put it in that sleep mode for like 28 days. And when I felt like about 2 days, I would go back and reactivate that account. And I felt like I was going to lose something. But I thank God that at least this came through, and I was like, okay, I need to completely let go of this. And it left. Now, sometimes the old you is the only reason as why you're not going to the new places you're supposed to go to. When I let go of that account, yes, I lost everyone. But nobody looked for me to say, yes, we no longer see you, no longer do ABCD. We don't see you. Actually, everything seemed normal. It seemed like life just went back to what it was, and I got to understand. Yes, did they miss me? Probably, but did I get to feel it that I was missed? No. And because of this, I felt like this was holding me back. Sometimes when you're trying to become your new self, you feel like there is something holding you back. You feel like there is something much more interesting in your life that you wouldn't want to let go of. And that was one of the most painful and hurtful things. Letting go of those things that I felt were so I was so accustomed to, and I felt like were so part of me. Letting go of certain friends, letting go of places where I had to hang, letting go of the previous me who never used to work out, who never used to run, who never used to do things. I used to enjoy football as a source of physical wellness, and now I had to turn to the gym, do a lot of cardio and other things. And me letting go of that was so hard. And I believe if you really have a higher purpose, a higher calling for a higher goal, and you feel like your old self will not help you go into the new order or into the new world you aspire to become, I think it is nice to let go of that old self. The question is, how do you actually do this? How do you wake up and say, I'm going to let go of my old self. I'm going to begin a new journey or becoming somebody new. I'm going to kill my old self. It begins with the acceptance or an agreement with yourself to say, okay, I am letting go of my old self. The moment you accept and you consent to saying, I'm letting go of my old self, then that is step number one. And then I believe step number two is going back to look at what you feel like you want to let go of. Because in letting go, there is something you must be letting go, right? You're either letting go of behavior, you're letting go of patterns, you're letting go of how you look like, you're letting go of different things. And what exactly are you trying to let go? You might not understand what exactly you're letting go, but having an idea of a few things of what you're letting go gives you an idea of where to begin from. Me, when I was starting the journey, I didn't know I was going to let go of so many things. I just wanted to let go of a job that didn't make me feel good. That's all. And I just wanted to let go of my other body. But in the process, as I was letting go, in the process of trying to let go of the body I had, I also had to let go of the food I used to eat. My nutrition had to change. In trying to adopt and let go of the job, of course, I let go of some people who are within that. And I was trying to let go of that. I kept letting go of other things. And have I let go of everything? No, some things I still keep, but some key areas that I was sure that I wanted to let go, I really let go and I moved on. So having an idea of what you want to let go and the belief and the desire to let go is a starting step. And most importantly, I would say is consistently being on that journey every day, every time. If you do this consistently every day, you'll see that the process will get you from this old person to this new behavior. I personally didn't understand what I would expect in letting go, and I didn't know how good it would be. But I can say I feel much more happier. I feel much more interesting, and I feel proud of myself because there are things I didn't know I would be able to overcome as an individual, and I am overcoming, and the journey is still going on. And now I really know how to say, okay, if this is me today, tomorrow I can be something else. It just doesn't get you more aware, but also makes you more stronger. As an individual, you feel like you're in control of things. Are there things that still defeat me? Yes, quite many. But the mere fact that there's the ability and the desire, and I've walked this journey of letting go of my old self, I know I can do it in case situations come. So the benefits I look at is it mentally makes you more stronger, okay? Gives you the ability to look at situations and say, okay, I can overcome this. You become really a different personality and different version of yourself. Therefore, if you really enjoy these videos, I want to ask you, just subscribe, follow, like, and comment, and also share these videos for others to see this content.